Alright, let's see what this new Crusader Squad kit can do for the Black Templars and even other chapters. So the Crusader Squad kit has been out for a hot minute now, and it's time to see what this box can do for us Templars and even other chapters. So one box will net you one of two things: one Sword Brother, 5 Initiates, and 4 Neophytes, or 6 Initiates and 4 Neophytes. Now I've built about half of it for now because I wanted to show off what was left on the sprue afterwards, and there's just so much stuff. Especially after you build, if you don't build the Sword Brother rather, which I didn't on this sprue because I just wanted to show off just how much stuff was left over. So for the Initiate or Marine bits, you'll have bolters left over if you build the Pistols and Chainsword Bros, which is what I did, and vice versa if you build the bolters. You'll also have the Pyre Blaster and Power Fist left over, which we'll go into in a minute. And over for the Neophytes or Scout bits, you will have either the bolters or Pistols and Chainswords left over. Their shotguns are in the upgrade kit, which is what this video is not about. So for the Sword Brother, you can build either the sword or axe. So whatever you don't use to make him, you'll have that opposite one left over. The pistol is a bit weird for the Sword Brother. You can either have the pistol holstered on his side or you can have him wielding it, and if you do that, it's a bit weird to build, which is kind of the theme of this kit overall, where you have the hand with no top of it, and you can either put on the heavy pistol or the pyre pistol with the top part of the hand on it, and then whatever one you don't use, you will have the other one awkwardly left over, but it will be left over. Alright, the final bit, and honestly the coolest one in my opinion, is this cape. It's just a loose bit if you don't use it, and you don't even have to build the Sword Brother. It's just a great bit, and just keep it in mind for later. So that's it for the leftover bits. So what can we do with that? Well, you could make the kit as GW intended, which a side note is that if you use 2 of these boxes, you can get a full squad, like a full Crusader squad, if you want to do that. Right, so for Black Templars, we have actually a lot of options, so let's just dive right into that. So if you don't want to build the Crusader Squad, and in my opinion, to fully realize this kit, not that I'm saying it's a bad kit, because I really like it. I wouldn't be making this video otherwise. However, I feel as though it lends itself better to making really cool looking Assault Intercessor squads with the Chainswords and Tabards, than taking the leftover Auto Bolters and putting them on a regular Intercessor kit, which if you buy the Combat Patrol, you can 100% do that just in that one box, because you get the Crusader Squad kit and a 5-man Intercessor kit. So I don't really know why they didn't really do that for the money shots for the Combat Patrol, but anyway, obviously you can do the reverse of that if you want. So you take the Auto Bolters and give them to the Intercessors in the Crusader Squad, which I actually really like the look of the original Intercessor kit with the chain swords, but that's besides the point. The Tabards can also be used to make a really cool Veteran Intercessor squad, or you can sprinkle the Tabards around and in other squads and make them Sergeants, because it's not always going to be a Sword Brother leading squads in a Black Templars force. So I haven't been able to figure out what to really do with the spare Pyre Blasters other than to flex on Salamanders just by having them. So if anyone has come up with anything, let me know in the comments below. I would really love to hear what you guys have to say or have already done with these models. However, for the Power Fists, if you haven't used them to build your Initiate squad or your Crusader squad, you can do pretty much whatever you want, because unlike the Imperial Fist one, our chapter symbol isn't backwards on our Power Fist. So a local guy has made a captain, or in our case, a marshal, with a Power Fist and Plasma Pistol as a conversion, which looks really cool. But you can also use it to spice up Intercessor Sergeants, be it they Assault, Regular, or Veteran. It's kind of a shame that the Sword Brother in the Crusader Squad can't take it. I don't really understand why they left it off of him as options. I know the Sword Brethren kit doesn't have access to the fist as well because it's just not in their kit, but anyway, this lonely guy doesn't have all their options either, so I just don't know. Moving on, what is there to do with the Neophytes that you had to shelve because you didn't make the Crusader Squad? Well, I am glad you asked. They can just make a really cool Scout squad to flex on everybody else and still be Templar or lore friendly. They form up squads of these guys to send them off into like kind of a final mission sometimes, and those that come back usually are elevated to the rank of an initiate finally. Alright, now let's go back to that cape bit for a second there. You can take it and use it on whatever marine you want. The back connector where you would glue it on fits any Marine that I've tried in Phobos armor or regular Mark 10 armor. It's extremely versatile, and you get 2 of them in the kit, and you don't even have to put it on a Templar Marine, just any Primaire scale Marine, and you're good to go. Like, it's just, let's bring back capes on Marines. So that's more or less it for the Templar side, barring any sort of the plethora of things that you can convert using this kit, but I touched on some of them, so hopefully it kind of gives you some ideas and a jumping off point, which just leaves us with the rest of the chapters. So for those that don't collect Black Templars, but want to spice up your collection a little bit, you can absolutely use this kit, because outside of the helmets and shoulder pads, this kit has very little Templar markings on it. I think it just has one Marine model that has a Crusader seal on it, and that's easily removed or covered up or filled in to make a purity seal or whatever. And I think there's only just one Neophyte body, so that would make 2 total, that has a Templar cross on it, which is also easy to clean off or cover up or whatever. So out of all of the chapters, though, I think the Blood Angels, Dark Angels, and the Imperial Fists / Crimson Fists would make the best candidates for this kit, but any other chapter can utilize the Tabards, of course. They can make really cool veteran squads, so anyone can really use them. I just think that those 4 would make a better use of them. So you would basically just do the same things I mentioned in the Templar section, just make really cool looking regular, veteran, or assault intercessors, or just making really cool sergeants. Imperial Fists could easily use the Templar markings, because I think they still use the Templar cross in 40k as a carryover from the Heresy era. I don't think it would look too out of place for an Imperial Fist captain to have a Templar crossed Power Fist or Power Sword, but you can pepper your army with them and make some really cool standout models and in your more non-Templar Marine chapters. Alright, that is going to wrap up this video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I probably didn't get everything you can do with this kit, because there's just so much you can do with it, but hopefully this gives you a jumping off point, and maybe even start easing your way into converting some minis or just adding some flavor to your armies. But thanks again for watching. If you liked this video, here's my obligatory please subscribe and hit that bell icon to keep up to date on my videos as they come out. Anyway, stay hydrated, and I will see you all in the next video.